Good morning, students. Let us continue with Economics, Chapter 4 Globalization and the Indian Economy. Today, in this video, we are going to learn about the impact of globalization in India, steps to attract foreign investment, and special economic zones. Let's begin. Impact of globalization in India. Globalization resulted in more competition among producers. Competition among both local producers as well as foreign producers. Okay, globalization has been of advantage to consumers, particularly the well-off sections in the urban areas, as it gives greater choice of goods with improved quality at lower prices. So consumers get greater choice of goods with improved quality at lower prices. Okay. Today, people enjoy much higher standards of living than was possible earlier. So the standard of living has been raised due to globalization. MNCs have increased their investments in India in cell phones, automobiles, electronics, soft drinks, fast food, and services such as banking in urban areas. Many new jobs have been created, and local companies supplying raw materials and services to these industries have prospered. So due to globalization, many new jobs have been created, and local companies, those who supply raw materials and services to these industries, have prospered. Okay. Globalization brings in new and improved technology by which even the local companies benefit. So the local companies also get benefited due to globalization as it brings in new and improved technology, isn't it? Some large Indian companies like Infosys, Tata Motors, Asian Paints, Ranbaxy, and Sundaram Fasteners have emerged as MNCs and set up companies in other countries. So companies like Infosys, Asian Paints, Tata Motors, Ranbaxy, and Sundaram Fasteners have emerged as MNCs and they have set up companies in other countries. Okay. New companies that provide call centers, IT related services. This we have learnt in our previous session, right? Information technology related services. We had seen the example of magazine for the readers in London, right? The designing for the magazine is done in Delhi, right? So IT related services, data entry, accounting, administrative tasks, engineering are now being done cheaply in India and are exported to the developed countries. Once again, students, new companies that provide call centers, IT related services, data entry, accounting, administrative tasks, engineering are now being done cheaply in our country India, and we are exporting the same to the developed countries. Okay. Globalization has threatened small producers as their production has decreased considerably. Now students, we have seen the positive impact of globalization, right? Now we are going to see the negative impact of globalization. Producers of small industries like batteries, capacitors, plastics, toys, tires, dairy products, and vegetable oil are affected due to competition. So producers of small industries like batteries, capacitors, plastics, toys, tires, dairy products, and vegetable oil are affected due to competition. Small producers compete or perish. For a large number of small producers and workers, globalization has posed major challenges. Okay, here is one example given. Rising competition. Ravi did not expect that he would have to face a crisis in such a short period of his life as industrialist. Ravi took a loan from the bank to start his own company producing capacitors in 1992 in Hosur, which is an industrial town in Tamil Nadu. Capacitors are used in many electronic home appliances, including tube lights, television, etc. Within 3 years, he was able to expand production and he had 20 workers working under him. His struggle to run his company started when the government removed restrictions on imports of capacitors as per its agreement at WTO in 2001. Students, regarding WTO, that is World Trade Organizations, we had already learnt in our previous videos, right? His main clients, the television companies, used to buy different components including capacitors in bulk for the manufacture of television sets. Bulk means in large quantities. However, competition from the MNC brands forced the Indian television companies to move into assembling activities for multinational corporations. Even when some of them bought capacitors, they would prefer to import as the price of the imported item was half the price charged by people like Ravi. Ravi now produces less than half the capacitors that he produced in the year 2000 and has only 7 workers working for him. Earlier he had 20 workers, right? Now he has got only 7 workers. Many of Ravi's friends in the same business in Hyderabad and Chennai have closed their units. So through this example, we come to know about the small producers, those who are affected due to globalization, right? How globalization has got negative impact as well. Okay. Now let us discuss about the government steps to attract foreign investment. In recent years, the central and state governments in India are taking special steps to attract foreign companies to invest in India. So let us learn more about it. They have set up industrial zones which are called as special economic zones. Here in this image you can see special economic zones. Special economic zones have world-class facilities like electricity, water, roads, transport, storage, recreational and educational facilities. Okay. Companies who set up production units in the special economic zones do not have to pay taxes for an initial period of 5 years. Government has also allowed flexibility in the labor laws to attract foreign investment. Now, what do you mean by this flexibility in the labor laws? Here, the company can bring changes in the labor laws. Okay, so why all these things are done, students? Yes, to attract foreign companies to invest in India. Okay. The companies in the organized sector have to obey certain rules that aim to protect the workers' rights. Isn't it? You have studied about this in economics chapter 2. But in the recent years, the government has allowed companies to ignore many of these rules. Instead of hiring workers on a regular basis, companies hire workers flexibly for short periods when there is intense pressure of work. So students, due to this, workers get affected, right? Because they are not hired on regular basis but for short periods. And when are they hired? Yes, when there is intense pressure of work. Okay. And why this is done, students? Yes, this is done to reduce the cost of labor for the company. So company gets benefit. But what about the workers? They get affected. So students, I hope you would have understood the negative impact of globalization as well, right? We have seen the positive as well as the negative impact of globalization. Now it's time for quiz. I hope you all are ready for the quiz. Question number 1. Companies who set up production units in the special economic zones do not have to pay taxes for an initial period of option A 2 years, option B 5 years, option C 4 years, option D 10 years. Yes students, which is the correct answer? Yes, the correct answer is option B 5 years. Companies who set up production units in the special economic zones do not have to pay taxes for an initial period of 5 years. Next question. Which one of the following is not a characteristic of special economic zone? Option A. They do not have to pay taxes for long period. Option B. Government has allowed flexibility in labor laws. Option C. They have world-class facilities. Option D. They do not have to pay taxes for an initial period of 5 years. Yes students, which is the correct answer? Yes, option A. They do not have to pay taxes for long period is the correct answer. Okay. Question number 3. Special economic zones developed by the Government of India aim. Option A. To attract foreign companies to invest in India. Option B. To encourage small investors. Option C. To encourage regional development. Option D. None of the above. Yes, which is the correct answer? Yes, the correct answer is option A. To attract foreign companies to invest in India. Very good. Now let us do a quick recap. Today in this video, we had learned about the impact of globalization in India. We had learned about the positive as well as the negative impact. Steps to attract foreign investment, isn't it? And we have also learned about the special economic zones. Hope you all have understood the topics covered today. The remaining topics we will cover in our next video. Okay, don't forget to read your textbook. Meet you in the next video. Till then, bye and take care.